So glad it came to rock with me, rock with me, rock with me. Make sure that you subscribe to Modern Diversity. Yes, 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 I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And it is what? Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I know it's coming to an end. I did my first part of my video and I talked about the first one part of my story. The second part is still in the same wavelength as the first video, but it's set a different situation. I just want to thank you all, first of all, for everybody who reached out and show support in what I dealt with and other people who related to my story. Now, a lot of people see what happens when you a lot of people may know what happens when you have been abused, but sometimes in situations and I'm speaking for myself, because I was abused by physically and mentally by these two different people. In the second situation, I decided I wasn't going to be abused anymore, and I wasn't going to let anybody else hurt me. And so I decided to I decided to be the person that would get you before you got me, whether it was in words or sometimes even physically. And I never wanted to be that person. And I'm not, even when I was doing it and in the act of saying things that I didn't want to say, and even retaliating with my hands, I knew in my spirit that wasn't me. But because I was hurt so much, I felt like that was the only way that I was going to be able to protect myself, and that was to be on guard all the time. And it trickled down into my life after the abuse and after the situations with these two people. And I don't condone it. I don't believe that it was right. I will never say that I was right for my part in the second situation. Although I wasn't the initiator in everything, I could have handled it in a different way. But because I didn't know, and because I wasn't healed from the first situation, I went from one situation to the next, and I never was able to heal. I never healed from the first. And so all of that pain and that fear that I had from the first abuse went into the next situation. And so to everybody out there who has been abused, make sure you get help, because you can't handle it on your own. I tried to be the person that you wouldn't see, you wouldn't know I was going through something had you not known me personally. And it took me years to be able to tell my mom and the people close to me, the closest to me, about the first incident. And so when I got to the second situation, the second relationship, I was already a mess and afraid, and I ended up in too deep. And I felt like I didn't know myself. I didn't love myself then. I had completely lost all sense of who I was, because I didn't know what was right, and I didn't know what I should accept. I didn't know my worth, and it brought me to a really dark place. And I've since learned from those situations. And my goal and my what I want out of all of this, because I don't want to ramble on, but what I am doing right now is what I felt like I should have done or could have done before, but I wasn't strong enough to. But now I'm in a place where I am ready to be that support for anyone out there who has been abused, who knows someone who's abused, or may even be the abuser. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to let my story be of inspiration, that you don't have to continue into something if you don't want to, or if you know it's not right. Even if you may not trust completely yourself, you know in your heart of hearts what is right, because it doesn't, or what's not right, because it may not sit well in your spirit. Whatever is not sitting well in your spirit, and it's churning, and it's causing you to have doubts and questions, pay attention. Please pay attention. Don't let the abuse trickle down and cause you to become the abuser. My words hurt the person, the second person, and I know they did. Granted, most of the time it was because I was just retaliating to what was being done to me. But no one deserves abuse. No one does. Whether it's in reaction to, or you're the first person doing it. Everything has a consequence. I have learned my lesson. I know my worth, and so I choose differently. And I want to help others learn their worth as well, so that they can choose differently, and not even have to go out and choose. But that person that's for you will be for you. You don't have to go looking far. It'll be there. Know your worth. I waited. I decided after all of that, and after other failed attempts at relationships, that I was going to wait. And I decided to be celibate, and that was the best thing for me. I learned myself. I learned to love myself. I dated myself, and I was able to appreciate me. I got back to my roots. I held my faith tight, and I'm sticking with it for the rest of my life. And I want everybody to find that their true north. And I wish nothing but love. I wish nothing but the best for everybody. I know I didn't go deep into the second situation, and I don't really want to dive in too deep with that. But just know that hurt people. And the cycle has to stop, and it can stop with you. I love each and every one of you. There's no song tonight on like the first one, but I just wanted everybody to know that I love you. I'm there, and I'm pushing for you. The domestic violence hotline number will be at the bottom in the description box. I pray that everybody who has been in these types of situations, or who knows someone who's in it, please help. Please get help if you haven't already done so, and reach out and try to help someone else. That is it. I love you all. Peace, love, and hair grease right now. Peace and love, and many, many blessings. Kendra is out. Rodeo Drive, everybody.